And turning to Northwest News, it appears state lawmakers can change the rules when it comes to keeping tax money. Today, the House narrowly approved a measure on a 51-40 vote to make changes to the state's estate tax for married couples in an effort to avoid refunding millions of dollars to estates following a state Supreme Court ruling. The Department of Revenue says it received 70 refund requests totaling between $40 million and $50 million from estates that had paid the taxes. Others have gone to court seeking refunds. The measure passed and now heads to the Senate for consideration. The bill is a legislative workaround to last year's ruling by the state Supreme Court, which found that the estate tax did not apply to married couples who had used a certain estate planning tool prior to 2005. Officials say the state could have been required to refund $160 million within the next 2 years. The Navy plans a $9 million 6-month cleanup starting in June at a Seattle park contaminated with radiation from glow-in-the-dark paint used on aircraft dials during World War II. The Seattle Times reports the public was not told of the radiation at Magnuson Park until an open house meeting Wednesday on the cleanup plan. The land was used as the Sandpoint Naval Air Station. It shut down in 1976 and was turned over to the city in 1995. The radioactivity was discovered in 2009 and fenced off. A nearby building is used as a gym. The cleanup will involve the removal of a shed and surrounding soil. The plan was criticized by State Representative Jerry Pollette of Seattle, who said it would leave behind too much radiation. A new potential energy source is being studied. This one can be grown and would help an industry that continues to lose customers in Washington state. Here with the story is the Associated Press.
So people are looking for all kinds of mechanisms to make alternatives to the fuel sources that we have now. Tobacco was, to us, a perfect one because it's not something that people eat. The infrastructure for growing it, harvesting it, producing it is all there. So we thought that that was an excellent choice to make fuels. Use of tobacco for cigarette products is decreasing here in the United States and in most countries. And so tobacco growers are looking for something else to do. Universally, the tobacco growers were very excited about the fact that there might be an alternative use for tobacco that might be looked at in a more positive way than using them for cigarettes. We've already developed an extraction method which allows us to take green leaves and extract the oils, because the oils will be in the sort of green outer portion of the leaf.
This is the total lipophilic extract from tobacco leaves. We have modified the tobacco leaves so that they accumulate oils inside the air spaces within the leaf. And as part of the protocol that we developed, we are removing all lipophilic products, including the chlorophylls and the other colorful compounds, and that's what you're looking at right now.
It can be used for airplane fuel, it can be used for automobile fuel, diesel fuel. So I think it's doable, and so we think we will have something that's competitive.
That could be interesting. We have to keep our eye on that. The city of Aberdeen has agreed to pay $580,000 to a former court administrator to settle a lawsuit that claims she was sexually harassed and stalked by municipal court judge Paul Conroy. Aberdeen City Attorney Eric Nelson said the case was settled in mediation with lawyers for Anita Hill. She said she was forced to quit her job after declining Conroy's advances. The lawsuit was filed in August of 2010 against the judge and city. Nelson says an investigator hired by the city concluded the judge did make romantic advances, but the investigator did not find other accusations credible. Nelson says no action will be taken against the judge, who has served since 1999. Conroy's term expires at the end of this year. That's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.